I love you. If this is your first time, I am Reverend Valerie Love, also known as KAISI, Divine Midwife of Soul Destiny, and I'm here for your freedom, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. The author of somewhere between 18 and 20 books. I lost count. I'm being very honest with you. How you loving? You're in the Tarot and Your Money 78-day challenge. It actually will work out to be about 80 days with the introduction, with the new moon. Queen V, do you know Queen V? I was going to text you on Monday. I was like, where's Queen V? Where's Queen V? And you're the first person to pop it. You must have heard me. I got a text to send you for something special we're doing this Sunday in the Wellness Vortex. So I'll send it to you since you are one of our beloved members of the Wellness Club. I'll send it to you, a special invite. So, family, I'm writing a book right now. Hey, bro, how you loving? How you loving? I'm writing a book. Oh, you caught up on all the videos. Woo! I was so proud of you. First of all, can we get a shout out to the goddess for making it so beautiful outside? Can we give a shout out? All hail the goddess. I mean, I mean, all hail the goddess for making it so freaking beautiful outside. And that's why I came to sit by the water so we could really dive into this together. And I love being out in the outside doing the show because we have all the elements. All the elements. We have earth, air, fire, water. We have earth, we have fire, the sun, we have water, we have air. We're in earth right now in the challenge. Today is Four Pentacles. We have an incredible, incredible, incredible share for us today for the Four Pentacles. So let's dive in. Yeah, I'm writing a book, and the book that I'm writing is, well, I can't tell you about that yet because it's just so delicious. It's coming. It's just so delicious. The book that I just completed over the holiday is May. Everybody send birthday love to May. Happy birthday, May. Oh, we have to dedicate today's show to you, May. You're here every day. I so love you. I so cherish you. I so appreciate you. Happy born day and many, 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 many more. Many blessings to you. Many, many, many blessings to you. Look at the family sending you birthday love. I love it. I love it. I love it. Wow, what are you going to do today? And you know what? I'm honored that you're here with the community today, even though it's your birthday. Woo-hoo. You need to take a day off on your birthday. I love that. Jabo, how you loving? How you loving? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. So I wrote a book over the holiday, and this is how my writing goes. Hey, LoveTubers, how you loving Creative Nation? This is how my writing goes. Something stirring, it has to come out. And pretty much I have that all the time. It's called inspiration. Something stirring, it must come out. And all I do is sit at the computer. I'm the author of probably millions of words at this point. I have written so many words, and this is not bragging, this is simply stating inspiration from spirit will bump up against your self in your resistance, seeking to be born. There's something leaping up in your heart, right? Seeking to be born, seeking to be expressed. There's something leaping up in you that wants to come up and out. And most of the time, we're suppressing, we're later. I'll write that book. I'll get around to it. I don't have time. I don't have money. The kids need this. I got to go to the store. I got to get this. I got to get that. That's over. 2020 is your year, and it's for creation. It's over, right? All that's over. So for me, people ask, do you ever have writer's block? I'm like, writer's block is not a thing. G-Wife too. How you love it? Writer's block is not a thing. It's not a thing. And I have been writing my entire life. Writer's block is not a thing. There is such a thing as fear. Ooh, you have two books now, April. Ah, Ujo Wajet, how you loving? Ujo Wajet, please tell me that you found the book on the membership. Cecilia, how you loving? How you loving? Ujo Wajet, please tell me that you found the book. Oh, you love the earrings. Thank you so much. Ujo Wajet, please tell me that you, and I'm facing this way because we're in the sun and it's high noon here. It's blazing. You found the book. Okay, good, 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 good. Here's why I asked Ujo Wajet this. Everyone who's green is a member of the channel. And channel members are $4.99 a month to support the channel. Woohoo! Go channel members. I love you. I love you. And YouTube, over the holiday, I did not tell y'all my YouTube horror story. I had a horror story over the, well, let me not call it a horror story. Let me call it a learning lesson, a lesson. I'm going to tell you that vid in a whole nother conversation. Yeah. Thank you. It's resolved. So, yay, Ujo Wajat. So, while I was revamping the YouTube channel, you will see here only videos that are highly successful. I put away private hundreds of low performing videos, hundreds of old videos, hundreds of videos that I would really love to do again so that I only bring you the best. So I pruned the channel. And this is going to go with what we're talking about today. And the scripture that I'm going to give us that you really want to look into today is John 15, 1 and 2. John chapter 15, verse 1 and 2. I'm a Christian witch. You know how I love the Bible. I love talking about things like that. By the way, go to the Christian Witches YouTube channel because yesterday I started the new series, God's Wife, with archaeology and everything. We're going to laser in. I mean, we're getting detailed in that series. It's probably more detailed than people are looking for, but I love it, so I'm sharing it. So over the holiday, I revamped the channel. And in revamping the channel, I also revamped channel memberships, right? Oh, you like that video, Queen V? I was wondering if I was getting a little too detailed. I'm like, I don't know if people really want all this, but oh my God. Because this stuff is groundbreaking. It's earth shattering. Like, this is the kind of stuff we have to know. So I'm revamping channel memberships. And so what I did was, oh, you following it? Good. John chapter 15, verse 1 and 2. And we're going to go into John chapter 15, verse 1 and 2. And the card for today, right after the prayer. John 15, 1 and 2. So this was the scripture I was working with. This is the scripture that Spirit gave me in pruning the YouTube channel. And so, hey, Darla, G-Wife 2, please tell me that y'all got the book. I sent y'all a free book, the members. It's not free, it's my gift to you. I don't want to say free because free would denote no value. It has tremendous value. It's my gift to the channel members. The newest book, Christian Witches Manifesto, which, by the way, oh, you got it, Darla. Okay, good. Please, y'all, give me some feedback in it in the members area of the channel. Please give me feedback. And if you love it, please, not yet, okay, go look for it, G-Wife 2, on the channel membership. And if you're not a channel member, it's only $4.99. This is not information that we overhaul channel memberships for 2020 here on the channel to bring you greater value. And we also, oh my God, creativity going through. Ooh, yes. And we also are giving our channel members more this year than I did last year. So once a month, we will have a members only live stream. And once a month, we will also have, I will also give you, not once a month, but as my books come out, certain books, I can give you digital copies of certain of my books. Now, Christian Witches Manifesto is on Kindle and it's paperback. So if you buy the paperback, I guess it saves you money. It does save you money. It's just added value for being a member of the channel because I deeply appreciate you. Let's pray. Deep breath. Ooh, we're in nature. Feel it. And it's okay if you're not in nature because I'm channeling nature to you right now. Breathe. Straighten your back, lengthen your spine, breathe like the yogis do. Breathe, lengthen your spine straight up. An angel is pulling your head, your crown up to heaven by a cord, beautiful golden cord. Breathe. It's your spinal cord. It extends beyond your head. It goes all the way to heaven. Breathe. Light up all of you. Light up the whole self. Holy Spirit, come. Holy Spirit, I know, God, we're always asking for expansion. We're always asking to enlarge our territory. We're always asking for more. Today, our prayer is for conservation, conserving energy, and for cutting back, and for pruning, and for letting go, and for releasing in ways that are joyful and loving, and that forward the whole mission. We're the kind of people, God, that are willing to take one step back to take 2, 3, 4 steps forward. We're the kind of people, God, that are willing to conserve today to be wealthy tomorrow. We're the kind of people, God, that are willing to delay gratification for the greater good. We're the kind, God, that are patient and will wait for the full manifestation of all that you said is ours. Yes, we can conserve. We can be patient. We can be still. We can be still and know. Hallelujah. Amen. Breathing and be still. Think of what you have to release. Is it clothing? Is it food? Is it too much jewelry? Is it habits? Is it too much Netflix, like me? Breathe and consider what must be released. And right now, pick one thing that you'll release. Don't overdo it. Don't set yourself up for failure and disappointment. Simply pick one thing. If you're doing 20 hours of Netflix a week, release 5 of those hours back to your creativity. 15 hours of Netflix. If you're eating a donut every day, skip one day. Let Monday be your fast from a donut day and eat an apple instead. Think of what you have to release. We know it. We've already been told. Upper realms has already told us what to release. Now decide that you will let it go. Just decide. And for me, it's excess Netflix. Any Netflix that's over and above just unwinding and enjoying myself, I release. Breathe. And when you're ready, open your eyes, look down first. Slowly raise your gaze and know that you are an enlightened being. You are an ascended being. Therefore, you are, like A Course in Miracles says, you are among the ministers of God. You are among the teachers of God, because by your very presence and being, you are teaching the globe about ascension. Just by walking around. There's nothing you have to say. Now, if you feel led to say something, say it. There's nothing you have to say. Oh, wow, Jabbo Martin. I love that. Yesterday was your first time being on the internet since last year. I love that. I love it. So here's John 15:1. John 15:1 tells a story, and I think I can turn around to the sun just for a minute to share this story with y'all, and then I'll go back into the shade. Here's the altar, the tarot altar for today, with our cards from all 5 decks. Here's what I want to share with you about. Hi. Here's what I want to share with you about John 15:1. John 15:1. Australia Luna, I love it. John 15:1. I'm going to give you all the best view ever. John 15:1. John 15:1 says a very simple teaching from Christ, the original Christian witch. He said, I am the vine. He's using an allegory. I am the vine, you are the branches. This is a vine, a grapevine, because he was talking to people that understood grapevines like we probably have never seen a really naturally occurring grapevine ever in our lives. I did not. I grew up in New York City, so I did not see naturally occurring grapevines. I didn't know how they grew until I went to, you go to these wine places and you get to see vineyards. I didn't know what a vineyard looked like. So, but it was common to the people he was talking to. I am the vine, you are the branches. God is the vine dresser. And he said, listen carefully to this, because this is the key to our 4 of Pentacles today. This is the key to our 4 of Pentacles today. He said, and everything has a crystal on it. I have to use earth to stabilize us with air. Use the elements for the elements. He said, God is the vine dresser, and every branch that does not bear fruit, listen carefully to this, the vine dresser will cut. And these branches fall to the ground, and what do? They burn them. Yet every branch, he said, that bears fruit. Listen to this closely. The vine dresser, does the vine dresser just leave it alone? No. The vine dresser will prune that branch for greater productivity and fruitfulness in the next season, not now. Anybody know something about pruning? Does anybody, just ask, I'm just asking, does anybody know anything about pruning? Or is this just me? Does anybody that just say pruning? I know about pruning. Does anyone know about pruning? Okay. Yes. We must have pruning. Now I'm talking about pruning in our lives. And what does pruning look like in our lives? We don't like it. We don't want to be pruned. We don't want the vine dresser to come with the big shears and cut off the house, cut off the relationship, cut off the old friendships that you don't need, cut away all the we don't want to be pruned. We don't like it. We like growth and advancement and fruitfulness and abundance and more. Give me more, universe, more, more, more. You can't keep asking for more without ever being pruned. Nothing in nature works that way. To develop it to be its, and nature has its own way of pruning. If you go into the woods, it's so difficult, isn't it, G-Wife too? I pruned like you would not believe October, November, December. When I show you that video of all the stuff that I let go, I just let it go. I just let it go. I let myself being pruned. Okay, Queen V, you know about pruning? We know about pruning. And it is important that we understand these spiritual principles, because it's important that we understand that the universe is not just snatching things away from you willy-nilly. The universe is not just taking away from you all the things that you worked for. The universe is just not making your life fall apart just for no good reason. There is a purpose to this. There is a design. This is the vine dresser very intentionally and very carefully tending to you as a plant. But we don't like it. Well, let me speak for myself. I didn't like it. But I tell you one thing, now that I understand John 15, 1 and 2 on a deeper level, I was getting rid of that stuff like my life depended on it, because it did. Going into 2020, I had to be free. I was letting go of stuff like this, like that. When you see that video, and you see the video goes up on the channel Monday we go to Dubai. That video will be up on the channel Monday, I think January 21st. I think that's the day, or the 20th. I think it's Martin Luther King Day. That video is going live on the channel. When you see when I let go to travel the world and be a nomad and be a faceless man, just like in what's the name of that beautiful show we love? What's the name of that show? Game of Thrones. Arya Stark wanted to become a faceless man. And what is a faceless man? A faceless man is a person who has negated self and is there just for the job, not bringing your own stuff into it. A faceless man. We've got to disappear. That's all of spirituality. Spirituality is making the egoic structures, what we think we are, the identity we have built up, which is a false front, just making that disappear, just pruning it away, just letting it fall away. It's not the real you. So all the things that were associated with the real you is not real either. Like if a false front bought your house and that false front falls away, you can't keep that house, because the other you bought that house, not the you that's here right now. But I find that people stay in the same place year after year after year after 30 years. How you gonna stay in the same place 30 years? My parents did it, my great-grandparents did it, they did it because that's how people lived back then. But how you gonna stay in the same place for 30 years? What did you prune? Usually, if we stay in the same place for 30 years, we just keep piling up more shit. We just buy more and buy more, buy more. I could not believe how much stuff was in my house. I could not believe how much stuff I had. I could not believe it. Had to prune. Hey, Dwayne! Woo! Money in the vortex! Money in the vortex! Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you. My bell is upstairs. A billionfold return to you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you! So we don't understand John 15, 1 and 2. And we don't understand that the pruning is going to reap bumper crop in the following year. See, if I didn't follow John 15, 1 and 2 in October, November, December of 2019, I would not be having the huge blessings and breakthroughs that I'm having already right now in 2020 as it started. Please prune. Look around your life. Who am I spending too much time with that's not feeding me? What am I doing too much of that's not my destiny? Who is sucking too much of my energy? What is sucking too much of my energy? What are my habits? And just get to pruning. Just let it go. So, in alignment with that is the Four of Pentacles. And what's our Four of Pentacle card? What's our one word? Conserve. Yeah, like spring cleaning. Hello, get out the old and make space for the new, right? Nature abhors a vacuum. I promise you, if you just release some stuff, it'll rush in with some beautiful new stuff. Ah, super chat from Queen Bee. Super chat, Queen Bee, your super chat match my outfit. Money in the vortex, money in the vortex, money in the vortex. Woo, woo. I love it. Thank you, Queen Bee, for the incredible super chat. Mwah! Billionfold return to all our super chatters for your your beautiful generosity. I so appreciate you to the core. I so appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, on my Instagram, I'm going to tell y'all a story of what happened to me this week. I had a profound healing experience this week, and I'm going to share it with you on my IGTV. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see it. The link is below this vid. So anyway, conserve. It may sound strange for a Pentacles card, suit of money, earth, real estate, possessions. It may sound strange for a card that's the money card to be telling you to conserve. Or if it's not telling you to conserve, it's telling you that you're holding it too tight. And you need to just loosen the grip a little bit. Yo, you got it locked down like that. Just relax, right? Energetically, lockdown is not working. That's not what you want. And you don't want just everything going every which way either. We're masters. We walk the middle way. You know when to, it's a dance with the universe, right? You're dancing, it's dynamic. You know when to hold and when to go. You know when to conserve and when to freely sprout and spring all over the place your deliciousness. It's a dance. Right now, when you see the Four of Pentacles, it's about conserve the energy. And if you say, well, I'm already conserving, then that means you're holding it too tight. Release just a little bit, back off a little bit, because you're on it. We'll see that in spellcasters. So what's the symbology? He's on a stage. We do, yes, conserve is the one word. Conserve. And what does conserve mean? Conserve doesn't mean block. Conserve doesn't mean stingy. Conserve doesn't mean, it has serve in it, so it can't be stingy. It means the opposite of serve. Rather than going all in with your chips on the poker table, maybe do one chip. It means save. Save your energy. Save your money. This is not the time to run out and splurge. When you see this, do not splurge. Now, on the flip side, if you're too tight, splurging still would not be the answer. Releasing would be the answer. Let go. Okay? Not run out there and splurge. These are all different energetically. Releasing is not the same as splurging. Two different energies. And conserving is not the same as stinginess. Even though some do say that this card could mean stingy. It could. Today, we're going to look at it as conservation. Okay? Just conserve. Conserve your energy. Build it up. Here's a perfect example. What happens with, you ever seen people run a marathon? Have you ever seen people run a marathon? I went to a friend of mine. He ran the Boston Marathon. No, he ran the Chicago Marathon. It was freaking so cold out there. It was ridiculous. But anyway, they like that. They like running in like 40s, right? It's good for them when they run long periods. Well, they don't run a marathon before running the marathon. They conserve their energy. And a lot of times in New York, now I grew up in New York, so it was the New York Marathon. They used to go to Tavern on the Green. Does everybody know about the New York Marathon? They used to go to Tavern on the Green, and Tavern on the Green, it was a big party. It was a pasta loading party. They did that back in the day. I don't think they still do that because now pasta is the devil. You know, everything takes turns being the devil in our very extremist mentalities that we like to get. So now everything's keto and everything's the devil, and then we come back to, you know, everything was pasta and then everything keto, and now we're going to come center sometime, right? Because keto's not for everybody and pasta's not for everybody. So find your lane. And they used to do pasta loading. And then we'd eat all this pasta, the marathons, the night before. Why? They're building up energy, carb load. And they're going to conserve that energy in the body. It's being stored. For what? You're not going to eat, you're not going to carb load and you're going to lay around all day the next day watching Netflix. That's not what they're doing. They're carb loading because the very next day they're about to run 26.2 miles. And during that 26.2 miles, at about mile 20, you're going to hit the wall. Everybody that runs marathons understands the wall, and you've got to give it everything you have to be able to go through the wall. So they're conserving the energy in their system so that they can use it to cause storm to start. Air element, this is not conservation. When you're outside, you have the elements, okay? I said earlier, you have the elements, and right now we have an overpreponderance of air energy. Look at the water. Do you see the air element moving the water? It looks like entities going across the water. I just love it. I just love it. I just love it. I was looking at it out the window this morning, like, oh my God, look at the water. And I'm very happy for a little bit of respite from the sun because it was quite toasty. Okay, so we have a little bit of shade. Yay! So they conserve that energy. Isn't it amazing? They conserve that energy in their body so that they could draw on it while they're running. That's what we're talking about here. When you see this card, maybe you have a marathon coming up. You need to get that energy pocketed in your spiritual system. Everything that applies to the third dimension applies to upper realms, the fourth, fifth dimension, and beyond. Why? Because as above, so below. That is the law from Egypt, Hermes, Trismegistus, ancient laws of the whole universe. Quantum physics agrees that as above, so below. So if your body can do it, that means your spiritual body can do it too. That means when you have a spiritual marathon coming up, what did you feed your soul? We talked about yesterday that some people's body is fat and their soul look like a skeleton. What did you feed your soul? How did you plump up your soul and conserve the energy for a spiritual marathon? Maybe your spiritual marathon looks like an experience in God's retreat house known as a prison or a hospital. Maybe your spiritual marathon looks like a diagnosis from the doctor. Maybe your spiritual marathon looks like kids that went a little cuckoo. Maybe your spiritual marathon looks like a divorce. He cheated on me, she cheated on me, my relationship is falling apart. I thought I had this, but I really found out I had something else. We don't know what your spiritual marathon is going to look like. Whatever your spiritual marathon looks like, by the way, I've experienced all of these, except the prison part. Even though I've had my kids have their little taste of that, and it set them right on straight. Now, if you are going to experience a spiritual marathon, this is going to be supportive. Conserve your energy. Okay? Let's go to the other cards. We have Gilded. Lord Jesus, I got to hold on to these cards. We see a gentleman. He looks like some kind of royal. He's in the palace, holding tightly. Now, he's holding and he's looking around. But guess what? His hands are open, but he can't receive anything. If you walked up to him right now to give him something, he wouldn't be able to receive it because he's so busy. You know, too much holding on to shit. You can't even receive something new and bigger and better. What if somebody wanted to come along and give him 10 pentacles? He can't because he's stuck holding 4. Let's go to spellcasters. back of the card, front of the card. Now I love spellcasters because look at this man. He's trying to hold. He's got these 4 pentacles and his gold stash, and I love that spellcasters always has like a squirrel or a bunny or something like that. Our messenger, our animal totem. It always shows us an animal totem doing something in the scene while the person is having some kind of experience. What experience is he having? Yeah, he has all his stuff hidden and he has it locked down, but he can't move. He can't move. This is when you have too much stuff and you can't move. You see, I cannot move about the planet any way I feel like it with too much stuff. As a matter of fact, this is what one of the people said, that y'all know I'm leaving for 12 countries, 12 plus countries in 12 months. July 5th is the first country in the remote year program. Now, well, of course, before the remote year program, remote year starts July 5th in Santiago, Chile. Now, before the remote year program, of course, I'll be in Dubai for Quantum Leap. I'm teaching Quantum Leap for Wealth to an incredible group coming to Dubai. Oh my God, an incredible group. Peru, we have the ayahuasca experience in Peru. Absolutely go to ValerieLove.com, look it up. In April, we have the Christian Witches Convention. If you don't have your ticket yet to the Christian Witches Convention, you're not my friend no more. You gotta come to that so I can hug your neck and be with the community at the Christian Witches Convention. Is going to be off the charts. The Christian Witches Mystery School after the convention. Then in June, we have the Punani Power Retreat. The Punani Power Retreat is going to be here in Miami, and going away, not a going away because I ain't going nowhere. You're going to still see me on YouTube. You're going to see me everywhere. It's not going away. It's bon voyage. It's happy spiritual transformation on this 1-year journey that you're taking around the globe. And let's see what happens when you return. I tell you one thing. So anyway, I leave on July 5th for remote year. And remote year is a program where you can, for digital nomads, or not a digital nomad. Remote year is a program for people that work remotely. It's not for people that don't work. Everybody that's on remote year, maybe 1 or 2 people are graduate, are retired. But remote year is not about you don't work. So that's the beauty of it. I get to create. I get to create in Lisbon, Portugal. I get to create in Valencia, Spain. I get to create in Cape Town, South Africa. I get to create in Kyoto, Japan. I get to write. I get to capture it in pictures and video. I get to pray in these places. I get to visit holy houses in all these places. Oh my God, on and on and on. Anyway, I said all that to say this, that July 5th, when I leave on this 1-year sojourn around the world, and I say 1 year because I'll continue going around the world after the 1 year as well. There's something that someone in remote year said about it that really stuck with me. They said some of the people, now 35 of us all together, and I met so far about 22 or 23 of us. We had a Zoom last month, and I met a group of us already. This is what they said in remote year, what he said. He said, you cannot travel all around the world to 12 plus countries lugging 75 pounds of luggage with you. Did you hear that? Now, you may say, well, I just checked my luggage. True. You can check your luggage. You can check 75 pounds of luggage. Then, when you arrive, as we know, check-in is 3 p.m. at most places. What if you arrived at 12 noon? You got to go to the place, put that luggage in, go somewhere else, come back, do something with the luggage. The luggage is this ongoing stuff conversation. Now, I'm not saying that I don't travel with luggage. I do. But I'm not going to go over 40, 50 kilograms. I'm not going to be doing this 75-pound huge luggage. And the other day, I went to a wellness club, one of our wellness club big events. It was a launch event on January 4th. By the way, I'll tell you all about the wellness club toward the end of this month. I'm doing an invitation to an essential oils class on wellness. My loves, one of my passions. And so I'm at the wellness club, and it's at a hotel. And it's at a hotel in Fort Lauderdale. And in Fort Lauderdale, we're near the cruise port and the airport. And I'm just sitting there looking around. Do you notice? Please look at me. Do you notice how big the luggage is getting? They keep making the luggage bigger and bigger. Does anybody notice how big this luggage is getting? That's not this. Does anyone notice how ginormous I was sitting there looking at people going on cruises and things like that. If you looked at us 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, going on trips, you would have not seen this ginormous luggage. Back in the day, in the 50s and 60s, people had a little suitcase like that. It had two little buckles on it. You open it, had a couple little things in it. You close it, it was hard, and it had one little handle. No wheels. I bet you if you had to carry that stuff with no wheels, you would not be bringing a truckload on the cruise ship. What do you need all that stuff for? You see, that's consciousness. That's consciousness. That's not this. And that is, okay, you got all this stuff, but you're a prisoner to it. You can't travel all around the world and be free with dragging 75 kilos of stuff with you. One of them only has a backpack. Now, I'm not that minimalist travel. I am the nomad queen. I cannot do that. Just a backpack. Well, let me not say cannot. So far, I haven't done it yet. I don't know what I may do. I'm open to it. Even still, understand when you have crossed the line of too much. I guess that's the bottom line of this conversation. Let's go to Feng Shui Tarot. Green dragon in Feng Shui Tarot is the earth suit. And our green dragon has come to a standstill. He's not moving. He's not going anywhere. He's not moving forward. He's not in motion. He's not flying. He's being still, conserving the energy. Like a ninja. Lastly, Morgan Greer. Back of the card, front of the card. Ah, look at the holding on. One on his head, one in front. Reminiscent once again of the top of the tree of light, the upper realms. By a wall, nothing can move in or out. See, this is a little bit of stagnancy as well. A little bit of stagnancy. So, family, smash up the likes. Can we get a smash-a-thon? Smash that like button, baby. Smash that share button. Smash, smash, smash. And make sure you subscribe. And make sure you ring the bell. And I love you. And I appreciate you. And let's conserve our energy. And I'll see you tomorrow for 5 Pentacles, which is one of the most challenging cards of the tarot. You see, we're moving through the energy. The Ace is the seed. The 2 is the flow. The 3 is the building and manifesting. The 4 is the conserve, because the 5 is going to be a challenge to resolve at the 5, as all 5s in the tarot. 5s are tricky. We'll take it on tomorrow. I love you. God bless you. Mwah! Peace. KAISI out. Oh, I love you. God bless you. Now it's the sun, and I can't see how to end the broadcast.